Hello, Janet. This is Sylvia here, and thank you again for connecting with me in our brief phone call a few days ago. Now, if you do not remember me, I'm Sylvia Ritzman, founder of Evoke Strategy and a PhD student committed to helping small businesses thrive online. I recently completed a research project on online consumer behavior in the food industry, and that's how I discovered Fancy Girl Table's website. First off, I have to confess, I absolutely love your brand name. It is elegant, playful, and memorable, just like the kind of dinner party I would love to be invited to. Okay, I got a little bit distracted here, so back to my research. It is extensive, but I recorded a short video to walk you through three things you can improve right away on your online presence to start attracting more of the right customers and keep your competition behind you. And if you're thinking, why is she doing this for free? What is the catch here? Well, first, I'm a scientist, and as so, it's in my DNA to give back to society. Second, most business owners don't have the time or headspace to keep up with digital marketing, and many don't really know how to distinguish who is an expert and who isn't. So I do it to show business owners just like you what I do and how I do it. So if you find these insights relevant to your business and would like to learn more, I'll be thrilled to share more with you and help Fancy Girl Table reposition itself online. Otherwise, you can still run with it yourself and see significant results. Either way, it's a win for your business, and that's what matters to me. All right, in this video, I'll cover three key digital strategies that you can apply today to see a huge difference on the number of customers finding and reaching out to you online. Content, citations, and backlinks. I will also use one of your competitors, Deborah Miller Catering website, to analyze how they're applying these digital strategies in winning clients online every single day, and where Fancy Girl Table is missing some real money opportunities here. The reason why I picked Chef Deborah's site is because she's currently showing as number one in both Google Map Pack, this little map area here, but also in the organic search. And obviously, you might have seen Crisp Events Catering here as number one, but those are paid advertising, right? And Crispy Events Catering is a broker. So in this conversation here, we're not going to be talking about paid advertising, and we're not going to be talking about those major companies that do broker, particularly because the name of the game here is to give you ownership of your leads, right? And to ensure that clients can find you online without keeping a heavy dependency on those companies like Crisp Events or Cater to Me or Angie, you name them. Without further ado, and before I dive into real data about your business, let me explain these tricky concepts of the digital world that might feel slightly foreign to you. Content, citations, and backlinks. Content reflects the actual words on your website. These words aren't just pretty descriptions. They are signals that tell Google what your business is about. So people searching for catering in New York City can find you. The more relevant and keyword rich your content is, the higher your chance of showing up in page one of search results. And here goes a golden tip for you, Janet. Google loves pages with about 1,000 to 1,500 words that are laser focused on what your customers are searching for. Now let's talk about citations. Citations are simply listing of your business name, address, and phone number in online directories. So think as Yelp, Yellow Page, Better Business Bureau, or even Facebook. These might sound boring, but to Google, they are powerful trust signals. The more accurate and consistent your citations are, and the more of them you have, the more credible and established you look. And last but not least, let's talk backlinks. Backlinks are like digital referrals. When another trusted site links to your website, then it tells Google, this business is respected. I will show it to more people. So here's a simple example. If Food Network has an article that links to Fancy Girl Table, Google search engine thinks, if Food Network, that is such a well-known company or website, is linking to Fancy Girl Table, then Fancy Girl Table must be legit. I'll rank them higher than those who do not have a recommendation from Food Network. You see how it works? Now let's see all of these in practical ways. So Deborah Miller website is applying the content strategy very well. So she has obviously beautiful pictures, but what she's doing is that she is backing up those pictures with the key terms. So you can see here wedding catering, you can find the special occasions catering, you can find corporate catering. So she's using those high intention terms in her favor. And when we think about high intention terms, we're talking about terms that are embedded in a much broader story. But that's what will help Google understand what business you have and how they will bring people or clients to that business. Now, for us to understand high intention words, I'm using this tool called Hrefs. It's a paid tool and it costs me about $100 per month. And it shows me that Deborah Miller is using about 1,300 keywords in her entire website. And this is driving about 2,200 people to her website every single month. And then if I go deeper to understand those keywords, those are catering New York, catering NYC, some simple wedding menu, what else? NYC wedding catering, corporate catering services. So all of those words that you saw embedded here on her website are the words that are driving clients that are ready to buy directly to her website. And when I do the same comparison to Fancy Girl Table, I first see much less keywords embedded in your content, but also these keywords are not driving any traffic to your website. So if I go deeper to analyze your keywords, you're using keywords or terms like women-owned catering company, fancy catering, Thanksgiving delivery in NYC, but those do not have enough traffic, enough volume, right? So 10 people are searching for women-owned catering per month. It doesn't drive traffic to your website and doesn't even convert. It doesn't mean money for you. So I hope you understand what content and keyword means. Another important thing here, and I think we talked about, is the number of words, right? So I use this other tool, Search Bloom. This is a free tool, but that gives us the absolute number of keywords or words that Deborah Miller has on her website versus the absolute number of words you have in your website, Fancy Girl Table. So while she has 1,100 words on her landing page, you only have 380. So again, easy fix, right? You can just start writing a compelling story for each one of these absolutely gorgeous pictures that you have here and embed some keywords behind those stories, right? There is another strategy here that we call hidden content or hidden key terms. If you saw when I click on that image of yours, I'll see that you named that picture as Kelly and Rubbing Wedding 2019 Sweet Something. Another way to help Google understand your business is that you use keywords to name those pictures. So you could very well name this picture as Wedding Catering New York City 123, right? That then helps Google use those keywords in your favor. All right, so let's move now to citations. Remember, citations is the number of directories where you have your business listed. I see that Deborah Miller has her business listed in 34 directories, which is not a high number. I've seen much higher than that, and an average for the food industry is about 100 different directories, so she's below this. But you know what's interesting here is because the other caterers, your competitors, are not doing a good job on this. So even with 34 citations or directories, she's still ranking number one here. Again, ignore the paid advertising, right? But without paid advertising, she's still the number one with only 34 citations. But now when I do the same analysis for Fancy Girl Table, I see that you only have 6 citations. And so that's a gap you can bridge today. And then you would be thinking, how come, Sylvia? What do I do to bridge that gap? It's the same tool that I'm using to see the number of citations I can also use to identify where she's listing her business, and it's called White Spark. It is about $50 per month, so it's a paid tool. But if I click on citations, it's going to show me exactly all the directories where she has listed her business. And then the only thing you have to do here is to go to all of those places and list your business as well. But you don't want to stop there, because you don't want to just match her, you want to beat her. And that's how you're going to jump up to the top of this list. So you're going to identify these 35, 34, you're going to list your business there, and then you're going to identify another 10, 20, 30 different directories and also list your business there. And that's how you're going to jump up to the number one business in the Google Map pack. Okay. Then let's move to the third component of this, that is backlinks. So if I come back here, I'll see that Deborah Miller catering website has 758 backlinks pointing to her website. So 758 places where they have a direct link to that drive people to her website. When I do the same analysis for your business, I'll see that you have 187 backlinks pointing people back to your website. That's exactly the story of food networks, right? You want to go to relevant websites and tell them or have them pointing people back to your website. And that will have a direct impact on how Google will rank you in this organic area here. Janet, what I really want you to take out of this video is clarity of where Fancy Girl Table is missing out in the online market, and the confidence that these tactics work and are at your fingertips to apply. If you apply these three things that I showed you today, I know for a fact, because data doesn't lie, you will climb to the first page of Google search results, and it can change your business. So just to recap, content, your homepage should tell a story in about 1,500 well-chosen words, packed with keywords your customers are actually searching for. Citations, you want to outlist your competitors in directories by at least 30%. And backlinks, secure links from trusted sources to boost your site's authority and search ranks. Look, I know how tough the market is and how dependent small businesses are on third-party companies like Angie, Thumbtack, or Cater to Me. I know exactly how painful it is to pay for leads that are shared among 4 of your competitors. What I showed you today gives you control over your leads and an actionable plan to have clients coming straight to you without a broker in between. Now, if you think you cannot handle 10 to 15 more clients per month, that's absolutely fair. Just send me a quick note saying that you watched the video and your thoughts about it. I would really appreciate your feedback. On the other hand, if you are ready to grow, you can implement these 3 strategies today. I gave you the exact formula businesses pay tons of dollars to have. And if you would like support and guidance to design a custom strategy to accelerate your growth while you can focus on your current clients and kitchen operations, I would love to offer you a free 45-minute discovery session. Those are the same sessions I led for Fortune 100 clients in my previous role, where they paid between $5,000 to $7,000 for them. But because I'm committed to building something that is truly transformational and impactful for local businesses in this community, I'm offering this for free, while I still can keep my calendar under control. And it's not going to last long, I can tell you. If this is the case, feel free to pick up a slot in my website, evokestrategy.com. You can click here to book a session, pick up any slot with me, or you can just reply to this email with a few options that would work for you. You can also call me at 917-724-4970. We can meet virtually or in person, whatever you prefer. We make magic happen here. Janet, thanks again for your time, and truly, I wish you continued success. Fancy Girl Table has so much potential. Let me help you unlock it. Stay safe. Bye for now.